this postage discount is a real problem for the Illinois Republican Party. And we know that they're in DEFCON 1, that they are in total panic mode, and that it's been suspended. Usage has been suspended because Steve Ballage can't use that postage discount. It's called an indicia, nonprofit postage discount that cuts the price down in literally half. Scott, should a audit occur, what does that mean for the Illinois Republican Party?
Well, Mark, the United States Postal Service has an inspector general that conducts these audits. The Illinois GOP has been audited before, by the way. It was audited in 1992 and found to be in violation of a number of instances where it was doing similar activity to this, where it's using the postage discount for improper uses. And so at that time there was a fine that was levied. Here, I guess the way an audit would work, when you drop off trays of mail, think of these mailers, tens of thousands of them go out all over the state. They drop off trays of them in some of the major post offices around the state. Let's say they drop off, a big tray in Effingham, Illinois, maybe another one in Peoria, maybe another one, all around the state. They're dropping off tranches of these these mailers, and the receiving post office also has a form that's filled out. It's a post office form, and it itemizes what's being sent out and how many and the rate that's being applied and who's being billed for it, importantly. And so those are the things that the inspector general will look at. He's gonna go around and look at all the different mailers that went out that were billed to the GOP, and then the determination can be made: is that a proper use of that charity discount postage? The problem is, if it comes back that there's improper use, not only does the post office want its proper postage paid, so that's that other half of the postage that was Steve mentioned that the charity rate can bring it down to half, so that other half they're going to want. But then there's the possibility for penalties, fines, and probably the worst penalty would be a suspension of that postage status for some period of time.
Let's say, just for a hypothetical, Scott, and I know a lot of us don't like to deal with hypotheticals, but let's say, for example, let's not even use the Illinois Republican Party. Let's just say if a state Republican Party, Republican or Democrat, in any state, if it was determined that they improperly used their nonprofit postage discount, and the difference in postage that they're going to have to make up, in addition to probably fines and a suspension for a certain period of time of that postage charity discount, what would a state party have to do if they couldn't afford the fines and the fees associated with the improper use of a postage discount? What happens?
But I don't know, Mark. I don't know personally. I don't know if this has ever happened before with a state party. If this was any other entity that couldn't pay their bills, I suspect they'd have to pursue protection under the bankruptcy laws.
Wow.